And welcome back to Live at 9. Last month, Tennessee received a grant for more than $4 million to support pregnant and parenting teens and women. And our next guest understands the importance of getting that kind of help. She was a mom at just 15 years old.
And now Summer Owens is talking about living life after birth, hoping to show young girls that they can succeed as a teen parent. But she also wants to share her story to keep women from following in her footsteps. Summer, so good to see you here on Live at 9 this morning. Take us back to that age, 15 years old. What was that like? What was the experience for you?
It was scary. When I found out I was pregnant at 15 years old, I was afraid. And I thought my life was over. I really thought it was over.
Was there any type of support system out there? Were there any adults or anybody really kind of giving you any type of help about life and so much that was going to be going on in your personal life?
Well, my parents were there. My mother especially and my grandmother were there to help me and to support me to get through the pregnancy and the first couple of years of his life while I was in high school.
Right.
But beyond that, not a lot of emotional help out there, but it was very difficult.
And the interesting thing about your book is that while you discourage young girls from having children and discourage them from making choices that lead to that, although sometimes it's not a choice. You're a victim. You encourage them themselves. Explain how important doing both of those is.
Well, in my book, I talk about my story because the reality is there are millions of girls out there who are teen mothers and young mothers, and they need that encouragement, and they need to see that somebody has made it. Someone has gone to college and grad school and has a career and didn't rely on welfare, and they need to see that it's possible because so many don't think that it's possible.
Did you always, though, Summer, think you could do it as well, though?
There were many times when I thought that I couldn't. There were many times that I wanted to give up.
When you thought it would just be easier to just stop going to school?
It was hard. It was just very, very hard. But I had to keep pushing myself because I realized I didn't want a life dependent on other people and dependent on welfare. And then kind of back to your question, I talk in my book about my life because I want to show other people that it's possible. But then for girls who aren't in the situation yet, I talk about how hard it is to keep them from getting in that situation.
Do you feel a lot of these young ladies do, if they know somebody is out there like yourself, do they want to listen? Do they want to hear what you have to say?
They would want to hear from somebody in their situation. Because I know in my particular situation, there were lots of people who were talking to me, but they weren't teen mothers. They didn't know how I felt. They didn't know what I was going through. But to talk to someone, and I didn't have anybody when I was 15 to talk to. So what I've found from my book, I'm getting emails every single day from young girls who are teen mothers thanking me for sharing my story, and then from other girls who are thankful that I'm sharing my story too.
You also have a website, and you are hearing from a lot of other teens out there, period. What are they saying? What are they asking you, or how are you guys kind of interacting with one another?
Right, and actually I'm hearing from a lot of teens and a lot of adults too, men and women, who are excited about the book and getting a lot from the book. Women are telling me that they're reading the book with their daughters, and it's helping them have that very difficult sex talk. And then other girls are reading it on their own, and they said they don't even like to read, but they can't put the book down because it's helping them.
And what about the guys who are getting in contact with you as well?
A lot of guys are reading it and telling me it's helping them understand single mothers, and then guys are reading it and saying that they're looking forward to sharing it with their daughters.
Has your son read it, and has it helped him see the value of delayed gratification, for instance?
My son has read some of it. A part of it, he is kind of holding off reading, I think.
Well, it's a little hard because it was hard for you to write.
It was extremely hard for me to write, and I think that as he gets older, he'll read more, he'll appreciate it even more. But he's extremely happy about the book, and he understands the importance. He understands the importance of sharing our story and seeing how it's helping people.
That's awesome.
Summer, what a great story to share with us. We appreciate it.
Summer wants to share with you. She has a book signing this Saturday. We're going to put all the information on the screen. Go out and show your support. And your website's on the screen as well.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Summer. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right.